we need to say our piece on J. Cole. Because he's somebody who's coming up for you guys who, learn about artists through the radio.
What does Vibe do, that freshman class?
Was he part of freshman class? Not this year. Maybe last year. Because this year, Kendrick Lamar and not Lil B. What's that man name? I don't know how he made the freshman class. See, this is the problem I'm having. Like, you Vibe magazine, Source magazine, XXL, you guys need to be the ones educating people on real music. Do not buy into this Soulja Boy ringtone rapping artists, putting them on covers of magazines. When I see a XXL or a Source or the same magazines I just named, even a Complex, I want to see somebody I actually agree with, like, oh, they deserve to be on the cover.
Because when I don't want to see no Lil B. I think of Vibe and Source is supposed to be like, what, the hip-hop Bibles?
The Bibles.
So you can't say the guy who sings Racks on Racks on Racks
is part of the freshman class. And then here's the thing, so many good artists get overlooked because you're cluttering them with these BS artists. Like Kendrick Lamar, Big Crit, who else was on that freshman class list? I don't know. But these people, like, who are really dope artists, nobody knows about them because you are sitting here also promoting these BS artists. It is. But it's the radio's fault. But the thing is,
they play the same 5 songs in rotation. Oh my gosh, it's so annoying. They don't give other people a chance at all.
Yeah. Enough on that. Yeah, back to J. Cole.
I digress.
So J. Cole, here's the thing with J. Cole. No lie, I slept on J. Cole for like a few years because I knew about J. Cole because some of my friends were listening to him, and some of my online friends used to always talk, oh, J. Cole's so dope, he's da-da-da-da. Before he even got on Jay-Z's album, like, I had known about who J. Cole was for like a good year before that, and I just was like, I wasn't feeling it, because at that time, I think I was like really OD with Kid Cudi, and I wouldn't listen to nobody if it wasn't Kid Cudi, because I was just like feeling him that heavy. So somebody would say, oh, listen to this J. Cole record, and I didn't even want to give the time to any other artist, because I was like, this is taking away time, I could be listening to Cudi. Why I listen to this man? So I'm like, okay, whatever. So he appears.
You didn't want no diversity in your...
I didn't want no diversity. I was straight listening. I mean, it was kind of like, you get to that point and you discover like a few good albums or mixtapes and you don't even care to listen to nothing else. You just like, I'm going to listen to just these 3 things. And if you wasn't featured on a song with Kid Cudi or he wasn't featured on one of your songs, I was not dealing with you. Like, no lie. So I slept on J. Cole because they obviously went on the same songs together, so it wasn't no need for me to listen. So I was just like, whatever. And you could say this guy is good and he's cool, and I was like, one day, maybe I'll listen to him, whatever. I wasn't. So I slept on J. Cole, but I knew about him, which is the thing. I knew about J. Cole. It's the same story for Big Sean, but since I'm on J. Cole, I'll stick to this. So he was featured on Jay-Z's album, Star Is Born, and then a lot of people, which was major, right? And so a lot of people started saying, like, oh, did y'all hear this J. Cole guy who was featured on Jay-Z's album, blah, blah, blah.
That song was hot.
It was, and everybody was like, all of a sudden, everybody was, who is J. Cole? Who is J. Cole, blah, blah. Me, still being me, I'm like, I don't care if he was on the Jay-Z, what? So, and I know who he is still, but I still wasn't listening to his music. I didn't start listening to him until, I don't know, what was it? Maybe like, I would say 2 years ago, because I like officially was really, really into him by the time I went to the Heineken Inspired concert in New York. They had one in like September and November of last year. Then they also had one that summer, so June 2010, I guess it was. Mm-hmm. When I came out here for my internship program, I got tickets to the Heineken Inspired event, and J. Cole
we
performed.
Were at together, right?
No, this is the one before that one. During the summer.
Wouldn't that be 2009?
Oh, I was not here until you did, but you went to.
Oh, you talking about early?
You went to the one in the fall, and I went to the one in the summer.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's when I first saw him perform and everything, and I just fell in love with J. Cole. But I did my research and stuff. I listened to his album mixtapes, but seeing him perform live, and the thing was nobody knew who he was, because at that concert everybody had came to see. So here's another thing, I had tickets, and the highlight people on the ticket were Wale. Wale was the highlight person on the ticket. J. Cole was on there too. And then they had a special guest, which ended up being Rick Ross. So I had these tickets, and I was asking everybody I knew in my internship program. I was like, hey, I got these tickets to this concert. Do you want to go? Nobody know who J. Cole was. I was like, I don't listen to J. Cole, and I'm not an avid fan, but I know he's dope to a lot of people that I respect their musical interests. And if you can't appreciate the fact that he's on this ticket, you're not going. So I told my friend Jana, shout out if you're watching this, hello Jana. I told her about it, and she was really hyped, and she was like, what? He's going to be there? And I was like, yep, you coming with me? Because I just told her who was going to be there, and she was all excited, and I was like, I got a spare ticket. You want to go? And she came because if you go to a concert with me and it's like a legit like hip hop concert, you better know at least.
You gotta be in it.
You gotta know some songs because I'm not gonna be dealing with you. What's like? Who is this? No, I don't want to be that one girl in the audience with this other person. Everybody looking like, how did she find out? She don't even know who this is.
But so, shoot, I wouldn't care because I'd be vibing to myself.
I mean, I do too, but you gotta appreciate whoever the artist is that's gonna be performing, or you can't go with me to a concert. Like, so serious. So either way, we went there to that concert, and he performed like the majority of his songs a cappella. I have clips on my computer, so maybe I'll integrate one of them with you, in this video. But once I saw that and I saw how he was as a performer, I was like, this dude is dope. And ever since then, I was just like hooked on J. Cole. Like everything he says, like he could say like everything comes out of his mouth. I just feels like just holds so much weight, and it just resonates so well with like just life. And he's an excellent writer. He's so deep. He's an excellent writer, and I feel like this is going to be a problem.
He produces his own stuff.
Yes, and this is every day is just new knowledge about this guy, and I'm just like, he's so awesome.
Well-rounded.
And I think the hard thing for him is going to be that his base fans, which are like people like me, we see him as such a deep artist, and we want him to always be deep. But I mean, he has to make party songs, and we know he needs to grow and experiment with different forms and music.
Did he say that in an interview?
I think he may have. And
he can't just make the lost ones.
He can't just be. Yeah, he can't be that guy all the time.
A little more diverse.
Yeah,
which is why he came out with "Workout," which I hate. I hate this song.
It grew on me, but.